Welcome back to another video on the Metro Gardener channel, guys. Today, talk about basil, specifically pruning the tops to keep the plant in vegetative state so it doesn't go into flower and start seeding. All right. If you look, the flowers starting to form. Now, the best way to keep these flowers from forming constantly is to trim the top. So, right here, every basil plant, you have this node here that comes up and makes the flower, and you have these other nodes that start growing next to it. Now, in order to transfer the energy to these two, you're gonna have to cut the bud that's flowering. Now these two are gonna turn into this, and you just repeat the process. So you could just go over, draw the plants. Let's get another one. If you want to come over here, same thing. Get in there. See? You may notice with this plant that this is pretty large. A lot of you that are home gardeners like me but don't have the space to either put the plant in the ground or a large pot to grow it in, you might not get something as big, and you might ask yourself, for all the things that you need basil for, how much can you harvest without hurting the plant, and when to harvest the leaves. So I'm going to show you a good example on when to harvest the leaves, because no matter what size your plant is, the leaves have a limit to how big they're going to get. You want to start with the larger ones. No matter what the size of your basil plant is, your leaf isn't going to get much bigger than this. So you want to pull it as soon as it gets to this size. When you harvest by the leaf, it's pretty simple. If you want to do it fast, just grab it by the base here, kind of pinch it with your nail, and just pull it off. You can use scissors to get a cleaner cut, especially if you're harvesting a whole stalk, which we could talk about in another video. But in this case, just pricking off a couple leaves, all you need is your hand.